Welcome back to our community. Susie Thomas visiting with Char Lotzenheiser. She's from the Canton Classic Car Museum. Today, she's talking all about Light Up Downtown, which is taking place on December the 5th, because that's always the first Thursday in December. Just automatically, when you get a new calendar at the beginning of the year, circle that one and save that time because it's always spectacular, truly spectacular, wouldn't you say?
I would absolutely concur with that, Susie.
Some people make this possible. And I know it's tough to say, okay, who's sponsoring it? Because you're always afraid of missing someone.
I am.
So with apologies to whoever, who would you like to thank?
Well, not only, as I said previously, the volunteers and the Chamber of Commerce, that committee, everyone that shows up to spearhead this and to do behind the scenes in every venue, which I'll maybe touch on a few there. But the sponsorships to date are in alphabetical order: Abbott Electric, AEP Ohio, Arts and Stark, Altman, Crystal Clinic, the Historic Onesto, First Commonwealth Bank, Furby Electric, Giant Eagle, HP Products, Metro by T-Mobile, MIDS, Chemthorne Motors, King Properties, Modern and Meadows, the SID, Special Improvement District, AEP Ohio, I already said that, Staley Technology, the Canton Repository, WHBC, Snyder of Berlin, Truck Sales and Service, and Rentware, and that is to date. So if I've missed any sponsor, I do apologize, but as of to date, that's who we've had, and I'm sure there will be some more coming through, because once they see, Susie, what a tremendous event this is and how much they can give to the community, and not just the downtown Canton area, but the surrounding communities and all these people, children, adults, seniors, everyone embraces this and comes out. They want to be a part of it. And so they say, hey, what can I do? What can I give? What can I sponsor? And so there may be more. And I do apologize, but as of to date, that's what I have. And kudos to them and thank you. Because for 29 years, I have seen such growth and such kindness and people opening their hearts and their pocketbooks of their time, their talent, and their finances. And it makes me proud to say I'm from Canton, Ohio.
Absolutely. Oh, just going to it makes I just stand there and go, I love my city.
I do. I've worked downtown. I hate to tell you, I've been at the museum
love my town.
34 years. So I know. I embrace it. I love it. And we were touching on a few venues, as I said, 14 blocks of, and I say the word venue, and maybe people don't know that, but businesses that open, whether it's
from 7th Street to 7th Street.
Northwest to 7th Street, Southwest, down by me. But something we always have had when I was growing up, and you said you too, but the ice skating rink will be open this year. Yay! And they're going to have figure skaters from Center Ice.
That know what they're doing.
Can you stand that?
That'll be great.
As well as we have Santa helpers. I know at my venue, my museum, the Canton Car Museum, Canton Classic Car Museum, I'll have singers from East Canton, the East Canton Echoes,
nice.
And then Santa's helpers. But Santa will be there handing out things. So, and they have giveaways, and some of them give away coloring sheets, some cookies, some cocoa, candy canes. Some we just don't even know. They'll say giveaway refreshments. And so they have a very detailed map, very well orchestrated, very easy to read map that will show people where the restroom facilities are, where an information tent. Oh, they're selling souvenirs, those little glow things.
Oh, fun.
Oh, I know. But
okay.
You got to get there early because they sell out.
They
are so cool. They are so cool. So once again, a volunteer.
Yes.
They'll have a white tent, an information tent, and the souvenir tent. This really does set the mood for the holiday season.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm so glad you said that, because I love the fact that this is an event that celebrates the true meaning of Christmas. Right inside the Salvation Army, you will find the folks from Malone University, as they have every single year. What's happening there?
Well, they have a live nativity with
awesome.
animals.
It's awesome.
And they do have Santa, and they'll have refreshments and giveaways, and then they do have public restrooms. I can say that because it's on my list.
Yeah.
It's wonderful in there. I love it. When I was involved with it in the beginning, I would always make that one of my stops to check on them. And I actually wanted to just see the animals. You know that, right?
The animals are so fun. It's so cool to see. And you really remember that, oh, my goodness, this is really what happened. This is why we're doing this in the first place. We watched little children that would go up, and sometimes it's a real little baby, and sometimes it's a baby doll.
Right.
But you would see children just in awe, looking at the baby Jesus.
Yep.
It is just so heartwarming.
It is. It is.
Reminds you, oh yeah, this is why we're doing all of this in the first place. And
It's good.
The reason for the season. So cool. So this is up and down Market Avenue
down
from
Market Avenue.
1/7th Street to the next.
And we want to make sure that they understand about the stage show starts at
Yes.
6, which is a time change, I think, from last year, probably maybe the previous year. And this will go on until the fireworks. You know, we'll have, as I said, the local entertainment. We love to keep it local. Love to see that talent. There's so much talent. Oh, it's just, and they have to limit how much they put on the stage because of the time. But there's just so much talent out there that we've seen over the years. And so that will happen. And then Santa comes in on that fire truck, which, you know me, I'm all about the fire truck.
It's going to be so fun to
Yeah,
see the
I'm all
fire
about the
truck.
fire
Where did
truck.
they get this antique
You know,
fire truck?
I'm not sure where this one is.
Not from you?
No, mine's stuck in the museum.
Yes, it's there.
If this is if this is Canton Fire Department, it's Aaron's Fox. I'm not sure, and I should have found that out, shouldn't I? Before
That's
I
all
come
right.
in?
That's all right.
But we have the sister one to that. She's just not restored. This one would be.
Very cool.
So I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, though. Don't quote me on that. But then the fireworks. I mean,
They're always amazing.
beautiful.
Yes.
And you can see them from anywhere. You know, they really are. If you're even on my end of town, if you've started to move and walk, you can stop in them. I stop in the middle of the street. I'll come out and they're just, boom, there they are. And they're magnificent. They're beautiful.
What do we know as far as activities taking place at some of the other stores and shops
Well,
and places?
let's just give you a couple because, as I said, for me to mention every single,
I know we couldn't.
And they're off. Some of them are off the beaten path. A few of them you can go off of Market. So that
Can you?
yes, a lot of them.
All right.
There's a few.
But the map will show you where.
It will. Like Mugwitz, not on
Yes.
Market. So they'll have refreshments. I'm just looking at refreshments and entertainment.
Nice.
So a little bit beyond the mainstream of Market Avenue. Okay. So, and as I said, the restaurants, you'll have to check websites or make phone calls. But I do encourage people to go down and support our local restaurants. They are so fabulous. There are so many. They are so good. And they will be open. And just support that. It's just awesome. Or stay after this venue closes after the event's over. It's 8:30, and go to eat. Go grab a snack. Go grab a cup of coffee. So we've got. Let me look here on this. As I said, well, Shiloh's going to be having singers, which is south of me,
fun,
and
okay.
they usually have homemade. Are you ready? Cookies and hot cocoa, homemade.
Really?
So if you don't have it this year, Shiloh, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm pushing for you.
That's been in the past,
Because
so-
that's been in the past. Yeah, they'll have the Oakwood.
Well, you
Middle
said
School
it. Now
choir.
it has to happen.
I know. I'm sorry, you guys, if they didn't. And, across the street, the repository will have things as well. They usually have some giveaways. I'm looking at my first ladies. We'll have Mrs. Claus, children's activities, a photo station, a bonfire, music, and more. Ooh. Wow.
And you can go into the First Ladies
You
Museum.
can go in. All of them are open.
Oh, my
Everything is
goodness.
open.
Wow.
So you can just walk in, and a lot of times you don't get to see the whole property. You don't get to
Yes.
see the whole thing. But like with me, you'll walk through, and we have a traffic flow pattern that's awesome. You'll get to hear the East Canton Echoes singing and dancing. You'll see Santa, and then you'll walk out, and then just continue and make your loop. So my suggestion is go down one side of Market going south and come back up going north, and you'll get to pretty much see everything.
And everybody in town
Everybody.
will be there. It is such a wonderful time just for community to bump into all your friends and neighbors.
There's live musicians. There's so much talent. We have strolling musicians. We have live musicians. There's people playing violins, guitars, singing. We have Mrs. Claus a couple of places.
What do you recommend, Shar, as far as the ages?
Oh, there's no age limit. There's face painting. So if I've seen little babies. As long as they're bundled up,
Yeah, bundle them up well.
Bundle them up, because especially if it's a bitter cold, bundle them up. Little ones sitting on Santa's lap and enjoying things, and just the atmosphere, of feeling that, it's sort of like those old movies, from the 40s, and you watch some of those, and It's a Wonderful Life and all those holiday movies. It's just...
Yeah.
It's magical.
It does
I
take
guess
you
I'm
back.
a little biased, though, since I've been doing this for all these years. And I truly, people that haven't been around for all these years, when you see it from the humble beginnings to where it is now and what Canton has done, I am just proud. Not to be a part of just the committee, but proud to see what my city has done.
What is it about this event that would make someone work on it for 29 years straight?
Because of what I see when I'm out there, the faces that I see, the excitement, the smiles, the glow of Christmas, just seeing people look, not just kids, but the people but people all become children. They all revert back to those memories of people that grew up in whether it's Canton or not. You could substitute the name of Canton with any city, and most of us grew up in that. A lot of us grew up in those downtown, going to when that was, and you see that sparkle. Where they're walking and the lights are there and things are decorated and the windows are painted and people are out and they're walking and it's busy and it's a hustle bustle and you're hearing Christmas carols and you're hearing music and it's all that in a box of chocolate, Susie. Look at me. I just,
it is.
It's what I've done, and I don't plan on not doing it. And I'm very fortunate they still want me to be a part of it.
Are you kidding?
The big part.
Who's not going to want a volunteer that is this jazzed about something going on?
It almost brings tears to my. You can see I've got tears to my eyes because
get excited.
I do.
Yeah.
I really do.
Looking back on maybe just she really does. Looking back on highlights over the years, what stands out? I think I can remember some things. The first year that they did roasted chestnuts, I thought, oh my goodness,
and,
that was
I'm
exciting.
Not sure. A lot of times Arcade Coney, right there at the rink, he has done that before. Greg has done that before, so I don't know if he's doing that, but that's just a great little extra.
So fun.
It was. And, a lot of times we try things and they don't work, and then we'll re-bring them back thinking, well, let's try it again. And, it's just sort of supply and demand, or if somebody's willing to volunteer to do that.
Yes.
Once again, it always takes a volunteer. So, and there should be some surprises that we won't know about, that somebody at their property, their venue, their business will say, oh, I'll just throw that in. I'll do it this year. We have the giveaways of chips. Those are a donated product as well. And they have those. And it just never ends.
No,
Seriously.
No, it keeps growing.
It does.
Well, let's go back and review as far as the donation of hats, scarves, gloves, mittens, and socks.
Correct.
Because we don't want anyone leaving Light Up Downtown without owning some of those.
I can tell you.
Where do we drop those off?
Boxes are.
Yes, please. Tell me where we can drop those off in the meantime.
All right. It's called Spread the Warmth, and we've actually been collecting since October, and they're going to be picked up at the venues by November 26th. So anyone that's willing to donate,
we might be a couple days beyond that. But
okay,
if somebody wants to donate, can they still?
You know what? You can. You can
That's
take
what
it
I figured.
to the Chamber of Commerce, downtown Canton.
Perfect.
Anytime before this event, which is Thursday, December 5th. So anytime you want to donate, just go there, and they will be more than happy to give them to the Canton Fire Department, which is going to hand those out that night. So that's my suggestion to you: is the gloves, hats, mittens, socks, and scarves. You can pick those up anywhere, but they make such a difference. I have seen personally myself what one pair of gloves can do for not just for anyone that needs them.
We don't want to see any little ones walking around without those, or an adult.
Yes.
That's an important point.
Yes.
These are not just collecting for children. This is for everyone.
Correct.
We want to make sure everyone is nice and warm when we're lighting up downtown. We're also just lighting up hearts. Yes.
Yeah, that's great. I like that.
Well, tell us the website we can go to for all the definite information.
I will certainly do that. The website is cantonchamber.org/lightupdowntown. And you can hyphenate that, but if you don't, that's fine. It will come out. Again, cantonchamber.org/lightupdowntown. And you can go to that, and it will give you all the vital information, the times if you've missed it, which is Thursday, December 5th. Stage show begins at 6 o'clock. And it will be on the main stages on 2nd Street and Market Avenue North. You really have to say those north and south.
You do.
People from out of town get really confused, which I don't. I get confused, and I've been down there my whole life. So right by the fountains is where the great stage will be, and that will be there until all the venues open. And so go online, get the map, look at it. You'll get maps will be available at an information tent. There'll be people that have little volunteer things that you can ask. It's just very well executed, and I think every year you just think, wow, that went really well, and it went really smoothly. So
looking forward to it,
because I get to have people, and I get to see thousands. I mean, thousands. We didn't talk about how many people
there will be.
Thousands of people. It's so awesome that enthusiasm generates enthusiasm, and that's what you see.
Yes, it is. It's wonderful. Charlotte Sennheiser, thank you so much for all you do in our community.
Susie, thank you. I was blessed to be here today.